Greetings and welcome back to Monster Legends. Alrighty, so let's talk about the event here. I've been doing some gathering, and of course we have a new dungeon. We have new sets of dungeons, but we have the gold dungeon this time. And as you can see, I've already like 95%ed it because I've got all the coins. I got all the coins from it. So there'll be new dungeons tomorrow. I think the gem dungeon, I'm hoping that has coins because I don't mind going through a gems dungeon in search of coins. That's like a win-win right there. Anyway, let's take a look what I got here. Doing my normal stuff. Getting close to 6,000. No rumbles of what the limited path is going to be. When we see that, we'll see that. Well, it usually runs for 2 days, so we'll have plenty of time to work on that. But in the meantime, of course, I'm just going to save my coins. We have more than 19.5 days left on this, so we got plenty of time. But in the meantime, every coin counts. Every coin counts. Very, very important. Okay, so let's talk about the war, and then we got some stuff in the war, because they're doing something new. Something that they alluded to, but it was a little unclear what they were doing. Unfortunately, it's a little bit more clear now. So let's go into the war. You can see I've done one fight already. Okay, so what are those symbols? Those don't look like anything I've seen before. And fortunately, we are winning, which is a very good thing, by the way. Yeah, we're beating on that first one for some reason. Why did we beat on that one? Just out of curiosity. Oh, okay. That there's absolutely no speed there except for a little bit on the Gretchen. Okay, that's a good reason. That's a good reason. You can see I did the third one there earlier. Kind of closely for the same reason, not really, but I kind of got a little bit lucky with the placement of my defenders. I don't know if anybody's attacked my... No. Yeah, I mean, I know I got a little bit lucky. You'll notice I have Tara and Robbie and we have Gary over there. For defense, I use Gary because the Nautilus isn't very, very useful for that. Unless you know how to use, unless the computer uses it properly, it's better to just go with somebody who can do freezing and stunning and stuff like that. Alright, so, yeah, what's going on here? Right, well, they have greatly limited the creatures that we can use for attacking. So it's a little bit strange what's happened here. Let's just go back over here. It's easier to explain. All right, let's pick somebody who might be a target, shall we say. All right. Yeah. You know what's interesting is you see her all over the place there, but she's not actually acceptable for this war. Yeah, it's a little bit weird what they did. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Why don't we just why don't we do that? Okay, so here's what we have now. The symbols in the war are the mechanical one and the female one. Those are the ones. These are based on the libraries and the book editions, who is in those books and such. Now, if I was to do a change team, let's do a change team. Now, epics don't really mean anything in here. It says epic, you can pick whatever epic you want. It doesn't really matter. Alright, now if I was to go for Harry here, okay, let's check this. Okay, so this is the mechanical. Okay, there's only one other legendary there. Ultrabot is not there. Ultrabot is on my defense, but Ultrabot is not there. I have only one other legendary I can use in the mechanical, and that's Toymaster. Okay, so the robot, Ultrabot, is not mechanical. The Terrorizer, which is half robot, is not there. Right. Okay, so this is going to be their arbitrary selection for certain categories, and it gets better than that. Okay, so I'm going to have to use... Luckily, one of the guys I have to use is, of course, Harry, who's very good. I would probably use him first anyway. Now, if we go over to this one, this is the female one. This is females, and of course, Sophie is a female. No problem. Okay, there's some other females. Okay, wait a minute. Where are all my other ones? Yeah, General Thetis is not female. Lily Shaw is not female. Violet is not female. None of those are female. Now, I do have a better selection over here, but none of those are female, just because they arbitrarily put them into categories. Now, this one isn't as bad for me. The mechanical one and having to go with Toymaster, it wouldn't be my first choice. But, yeah, the question then comes back to, why is it... Hold on a second. I'll remember that one. Why are they there then? Well, because AI apparently arbitrarily picked our defenders for some different reason. You'll notice that is a lot of that. And of course, if I tried to move that, if I tried to move her, I probably wouldn't be able to put them back. So in this case, we have a whole bunch of nobody is touching these guys. Like, for instance, you'll notice that you got Temarian there. Well, Temarian wasn't available because apparently Temarian is not mechanical. Yeah, it's not mechanical. Over here, Sarah. Sarah is not female. Yeah, I don't know. All I can say is that in terms of defenders, I don't mind this. It's just, I do mind the limitations and such. I now have to fear whenever mechanical gets chosen. Unless, of course, I go out and maybe get somebody who's in there. We'll look at the books later. Well, we do have to do war now, so let me just do this one. This fight's probably going to go my way. I would guess it is. So let's just do this and get this done. Because winning is most important. We do have a lead, which is good. Okay. Okay, the Aiden in the front resisted. The resistance is futile. Then we're going to have Sophia take care of that for us. Alright, what do we got? Could you kill your friends, please? That would be great. Okay. Okay, could you kill the guy in the front? He's not cooperating. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alright, why don't we do some of this, too? Deadly Vapor. Okay. Let's think. That probably will kill both of them. Oh, especially since Sophia is going to go again. Yeah, could you... Oh. Yeah, just to make sure. She has missed that shot, and I really don't want her to miss that shot. So, let her do that. Because it does a lot of damage, too. Okay, now this is where things are going to get a little bit on the wacky side now. Alright, so let's find somebody else to beat up on. Somebody who wasn't lucky with their selections here. No. Yeah, you notice the general down there, he's not actually mechanical. That's one of those ones that they were lucky to get him in there. So let's see. Okay, I am going with Nautilus the next time. I could try that. The problem is the speed factor. Alright, let's throw the team together that I can and then see how that works out. Now, obviously, this is an easy one right here because I'm going with Nautilus. This is a little bit more of a pain. My options, as you can see, are very limited. Okay, what am I going to do here, though? I'm tempted to go Lao Lao, but, you know, Incognita doesn't have any speed at all, but she does have a big old health on it, so she's a little bit strong that way. Okay, I have relatively little speed here, which means that Dan and Bright are probably going to go first. So, you know, I'm just going to go looking around a little bit. Maybe I can find something a little bit. Yeah, no. Ooh. I think I found my team. And yet nobody has attacked it. I wonder why that is. I think I'll take on them. Let's go. Okay, so joke balloons. Okay, yes, joke balloons. Okay, so what do we got here? Low damage all may apply damage reduction in days. Let's not do that. Nightmares. Okay. This is a freeze. Is there anybody I'd really like to take out of the fight? I got two epics. I guess maybe dazing for all of them might be not such a bad idea. Stun and a random effect. Alright, let's try to take her out of the fight. Alright, she's out of the fight. She's also blind, which is okay. I don't have a problem with that. You know, I would really prefer that he not miss. And him having double damage for 2 rounds isn't such a bad thing, too. Okay, I would really... Could we get the orbital one next? Because that would be great. If we get the orbital one right, we could just end this. Because I only got the double damage for 1 more round. Alright, well, that's going to do some good damage. So, yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Unfortunately, he lost the precision now, so this freeze hopefully will freeze. Okay, good. We got all of them. This is going very well. And there's no reason to do that, so we're just going to charge. Okay, you're frozen. You're frozen. Okay. In this case, yeah, the dazing. We're just gonna do daze. Oh, that's gonna do some. That's gonna do some killing. That's gonna do some killing right there. So why don't we just do that? Okay, that worked out well. That worked out well. Okay, and of course she's got the big one right now. You can just don't need the really big one, the area attack. Just do that one. That should do the job. Okay. I would say the only good thing about this kind of a war is it's going to be very difficult for people to come up with good defensive teams. You can see that person had 2 epics because they probably didn't have anything in the categories that they needed, which comes back to some of us were very lucky with our defenders, you know, very lucky with our defenders. So for the future, this could be a problem. You know, for the future, this could be a problem. Anyway, those are my battles done. I'll see about doing more in the future. Let's take a quick trip over to here. Now, of course, remember, according to Social Point, this is what we asked for. I didn't ask for this. No, I didn't ask for this. Okay, so here's one of the ones we have right now. All right, so we can only take from this group. Now, obviously, these are rares and an epic. These are all epics. So what we have here, this is all epics again. Okay, so we do have some individuals in here. Now, as you can see, you can look and see those are the 2 that I have. Now, there's only, of this entire book, there's only 6 epics. Everybody else is either a rare or an epic. There are only 6 legendaries, pardon me. So I only have 2 of them. So if they pick this one, these are my choices, and that's it. One of them is very good. Toymaster's not bad. It's just there were better ones that could be, you know, in that category. For me, there are better ones that could be in that category. All right, so let's take a look at female. Okay, obviously we have some uncommons, some epics, a rare. And then, of course, we're rolling right now into... this is the reason why my selection was a little bit better here. Now, there's 4 rares here on the... pardon me. Legendaries on the bottom here. And then there's 8 more. So, there was 12... Oh, pardon me. There's 2 out here. So, is it 10? I got 4, and I got 6 more. So, there's 10 possible legendaries here. Now, I have the most of them, actually. So that worked out pretty well for me. In fact, there's only 2 that I don't have. No, I don't have these. I don't have these. There's 4 that I don't have. So this one didn't work out so bad for me. It's just that, you know, female. Okay, you know, some of those other categories would fall into the female category. I mean, I don't understand some of their thinking. You know... It would suit me for the future to see where I might have problems. If they pick dragons, how much trouble am I in? I do have a couple of dragons. I think. It depends if they categorize them. Okay, Blockheart, Wyvern, Goran, Greedy Dragon. Yeah, I'm good to go with dragons if they pick dragons. I'm good to go with dragons. All right, so let's take a look on spirits. I don't know what that means. I don't have any legendaries. Okay, I see that she's a double entry there, which begs to wonder why there aren't more females. Never mind. Anyway, wait. Okay, totem, of course, is a spirit. What else do we have? Goldfield, Noctum. Yeah. Do I have more? Okay, I got him. I got Kirby. Kirby's in there. Okay, there's a lot of ones that are very usable in here. There's a lot of ones that are very usable. Tempest, very usable. Glitch, very good one. So, and also I see there's a pet in there or two, which means I can do that for the future. Okay, so if it picks spirits, I don't really have a big problem. What about winged? Okay, let's take a look at winged. Oh, well, I don't have anybody on that page who's a legendary. Okay, okay, we got some stuff here. I got what's the name down here? If I wanted to, the Arc Knight, I'd prefer. Okay, we're talking better here now. Oh, this page alone takes care of that. This page alone, I'm in good shape here. I'm in good shape because Lily Shaw actually isn't female. I just thought I'd remind you of that. No. Okay, so winged isn't a problem. Winged isn't. What about sea? Well, sea would make you think there's a lot of water in here, so we should be good to go with this. Okay, Lord of Atlantis. And, of course, we still got Nautilus coming in there. Okay, she's there, too. She's listed in 3 books? Okay. All right. Yeah, Varuna, General Thetis. Okay, okay. We got lots of denial in here. We got lots of denial in here. So that's the prisoner is in C. Isn't he like nature? Okay. All right. Okay. Underworld. Okay, I can imagine who's in here. Yes, I can imagine who's in here. I'm guessing there's going to be an old friend of ours is going to be in here. Lord Malthus. Worker Hulk is Underworld? Okay, you know who's not in the Underworld? Why is Barbatos not in the Underworld? Is it because he escaped from the Underworld? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why is Worker Hulk in the Underworld, but Barbatos is not? Where would you put him? Okay. Undead? Okay, okay, so we don't have any legendaries of use on this page. Okay, I got, oh, geez, whew. Please? Okay, okay, this is better. I got undead, okay, undead, that's true. Okay, so if you use these categories, I can never use Simon. Because Simon's not in any of these books. Okay, I hope this is not something that happens all the time. I hope this is not something that happens all the time. Oh, that reminds me. This just became usable. So I'm going to take a moment to get some more points. Okay, just do this, and do this. Yeah, so I hope that's not something that continues all of the time. Once in a while, if they pick the right categories, I'm fine. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, things may not be too good. I'm guessing that they want you to acquire those guys in those categories you may be weak in, that you ordinarily may not have gone for. It's probably the reason for this. Anyway, so why don't we... First, I'm going to do this because I want to get the extra bonus here. There we go. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's do some PvP, and let's try to forget about that for now, and hope it works out good in the future. Maybe we'll get some stuff to fill some holes in the maze that's now taking place. All right, so let's get these guys out and throw somebody else in. Okay, so our first team was suggested by 3O Darkness 123. And Darkness, I'm just going to call you Darkness, wanted to see, we got Blaze, we got, where is Fido? He's underneath Lily. I can't imagine why. And then we're going to go with Fortune. Okay, that's a pretty good team. A lot of damage there, and hopefully we can find somebody that's slow enough that it isn't really really strong. Why don't we just bypass that one? Okay. Definitely a tough team. Somebody we don't want attacking. Unless, of course, they're attacking each other, right? Can we just arrange that right now? Feel free to use those really bad... Okay. Ooh. I have mixed feelings regarding that one. Because I would really like to have had some of these guys attacking each other. But, in the meantime, why don't we just try to get rid of them? Okay, and this... Okay, boom! Just boom! Okay, boom. Done. Alright, and we're going to get some more coins. More coins is good coins. More coins is good coins. Okay, so team number 1 made very quick work. Very quick work. Alright, so we're going with team number 2. Team number 2 was suggested by Aimbot24. And Aimbot wanted to see... Where is... Jack? And then... Zap? And over in the metal side, we're going to do some Rockstar, Gene. Yeah, another team that's probably really strong, so yeah, let's go. No Temerians. Okay. Dangerous. Very dangerous, but it should be interesting to see. Yeah, for those who don't know the Temerian thing, the last time I fought a Temerian in war, I think there was one other time, it went on for like a really long time. I mean, like 10 minutes, and I had to give it up. So, anyway, let's do this. Okay, so, very dangerous team. Very, very dangerous team. Let me think. I would have to say that I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to direct the stamina loss to the Vault-Tec in the front. Yeah. Although the thing about it, yeah, we're going to do that. Do that. Oh, that was really bad. Okay, that could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse, but I do think this shouldn't be a problem right now. If she had used Stamina Devours, this would be completely different. But as it is, Zap is going to end up destroying their back rank. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't have to worry about the Vault-Tec in the front because he's frozen. So... Luckily, there's 2 water guys in there. Well, not anymore. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just do some of this guy here. And then mix in some static shocks. Right? And then do another electromagnetic. And some static shocks. Okay, and one last one. I think that should do the job. Oh no! Just short. Okay. Okay, you're not going to... Oh, you're already dead from the freeze damage. That's right, I forgot about that. Okay, so that worked out pretty well. That could have been dangerous. If the general on the other side had used the Stamina Devours, it would have been a much different fight. Okay, I gotta spin a little better. It would have been a much different fight. They froze Gene, and Gene was just standing there, but let's face it, Gene wasn't really necessary in that fight, since there were 2 water monsters on the other side. Alright, so, we're rolling along here, Our last fight was, team I should say, was suggested by IRL, I'm guessing that means in real life, _gamer. And IRL wanted to see, this one might be a little bit on the tricky side, by the way. We got Tyler, and then we got, oh, he said he's there too, isn't he? Yes, we have Bite. By the way, the birth went well. the next generation of Byte, it came up with 3 empty slots. So there's going to be some feeding, some taking apart, and some merging. Yes, that will be in the future. There will be a new and improved Byte. There will be a new and improved Byte. Not now, though. And our last individual is water-based, and it's going to be a great controller named Oswald. No, it isn't, actually. Okay, so you can see that there's some challenges here. Alright, let's see what we can get going here. Hopefully... Ooh, I don't think so. I really don't think so. Nope. That is not the direction I was looking for. Okay. Well, you know, the one thing you can say about this crew is, well, you got one guy who's really fast, and unfortunately he's very dangerous, but he doesn't have any damage in. Alright, let's just do this and get it over with. This is probably not going to end well. Okay. Nightmares. Okay, he gets to go now. Well, and we're all on fire and blind. That's going to work out really well. Alright, can we get the ice going? No, not that one. Yeah, it's only a 50% chance, but let's face it, Pixel Line is not exactly a modern design, is he? He's probably going to miss all of them. Okay, he froze one of them. Alright, I'm trying to remind myself of his stuff. Double damage. I was kind of hoping I had forgotten an accuracy buff, but I guess not. All right, we're going to do aqua bombing and hope that he hits somebody. By the way, they're going to die. In case you haven't figured that out. I'm sure you have. Okay, that could actually buy us a little time. The problem, of course, well, actually, that only works on one. Who would I really... who would I want to get rid of? Right here. But he's blind, so I don't think he's going to hit him. He's also hardened, so it's going to be really... Yeah, I didn't think so. But that was really my only chance right there, because he's about to kill all of us. Yeah. Yeah, we're all dead. Well, this is your last action. Random negative effect. Here, you. Miss. Boom. Bye, Tyler. Ouch. That really hurt. Okay, so team number 3 did not manage to overcome its problems here. Yeah, I mean, this... Maybe when Byte gets his upgrade, you know, when he gets his upgrade, maybe I'll put some better stuff on him. But yeah, not a lot of actually little to no denial. Once we had that blindness on, it was really over at that point. So anyway, let's throw these guys out and throw the real team back in, because we still have some legendary stuff to do. We got to do some legendary stuff. So where are? Oh, let me just make it easy on myself. Simon, he's back on the front page again. It's a wonderful thing. And of course, for some reason, Maria is up on top. I don't know why that is. But Fortune is right over here. Alrighty, so let's take a step back. I do have to swap the teams that are current... No, stop that. I do have to swap the teams that are in there. Now, I think he's over here. Yes, he is. Alright. So let's spend some of this food. Like I said before, I'm taking them all the way up to 100 here. So I don't think that there was any skill stuff to be worked on here. No, I think he's got this one here, which is more damaging, a little bit, but he's got the regeneration. So I'm pretty sure that their skill sets are fine at this point. Remove that. No. Yeah, I don't really like that new food sound. Just saying. No. And... okay, Woodland. Okay, damage only. Alright, so there we go. He is now maxed out. Alright, let's The other guys are down here. I wasn't able to get to this guy before. Oh, yeah, there he is. 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 All those wonderful slots are open. So we will be transferring Byte's consciousness minus all of the losses he has incurred into this area. There's just not enough room in his brain. Okay, so anyway, your turn. I don't think there's anything... Oh, there is one actually, and if we see it, not that one. There are individuals who think I should go back to that. Now here's the question. If I was to go back to that, what do I take out? Alright. It's considered that I should take this one out. This one here is good damage and does a life drain, so in the context of a tank, it makes sense to have it. This one, of course, is the big one, the water weakness one. This is kind of his class-defining one. This one here is decent damage, you know, so it's thought that maybe I should take that one out. Is a freeze appropriate for him? In other words, that's the general thought. All right, let's look at the situation. That's a 2-round cooldown. That's a 1-round cooldown, so it shouldn't really be an issue that way. And this one's only a 2. This one is, of course, a lot more damage. It does the stun. It doesn't do a freeze, though. In the context of his position, it's probably not a bad idea to put that one back in. I mean, a freeze is a good thing to have, but I don't know if it necessarily works for him. So maybe that's the right move to make. I guess we'll find out in the future. Okay, we're just gonna let that go. Of course, unfortunately, the rest of the team at the moment doesn't really have that much. But you know, I don't think I've actually used it in combat. I don't think I've actually used it. So it's probably not a bad idea to get rid of it. Okay, so we have one more. And I believe he should be on the floor here somewhere. Where are you? Should be easy to find. I think pretty sure he's over here, isn't he? Otherwise, I'm going to have to go looking for him. Where is he? I'm looking for Pigrado. Where is he? I'm guessing he's not over here, because I think I would probably see him. Alright, so it's time to go looking. Let's see. Yeah, I guess he'd have to be up here somewhere. There he is, right in the middle. There he is, right in the middle. Okay, same principle. I think that everything here isn't a problem. I don't think there's any question of what their final one. No. I don't think there's any question of what the final stuff should be. It would be nice if he speeded up his attacks a little bit there, you know, because unfortunately his attacks are a little on the slow side. He needs to ring the bell faster, you know? No. We're not seeing a lot of things that we'd want to swap in there as we're going up. No, just not such powerful attacks. Yeah, not really very powerful. Okay, so what was his final stats? Okay, so let's throw these guys back into the mix and give them some tough guys to work with. No, we're not going to give that to them. We're not going to do that to them. But I do want to find something that's high 90s at least to start with. What level are you? That's low 90s. I want high 90s. We could do that. Maybe we can get a... That's not bad. That'll do for a first round. Maybe we can get extra star there. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing is taking them out. They will continue their work on the island the next time. So, boom. Although one of them's coming out. I believe Ultrabot was coming out. Alright, so let's do this because they're unfortunately fitting in with everybody now. Him. And then we had Earth, where we had him. The last one was Nature. Right, Nature. There he is. Okay. Alright, so let's see how this works out. Okay, you're going first. So we're just going to do this because it's water and it'll do a lot of damage to you. Okay, so what are you doing? Heavy damage to all enemies may daze. So dazing sounds like a good idea because they're immune to stun. Okay, you missed one. Alright, what do you got? You'll do it tomorrow. Activates the cooldowns. That's not useful at the moment. Special damage may stun. Why don't we do that to him? Oh, what am I thinking? Oh, I should have done somebody else. They're all immune to stun. I could have killed one of the other two guys. That was bad. Okay. They're taking a bite out of the pig guy. They really do seem to want to eat him up. I guess they consider him delicious or something? I don't know. I don't see it. Alright, why don't we do this one now? The gun shell one. Oh, I forgot. I should have had him tanking. That was foolish of me. Alright, okay, heavy hit. Take that one out. Probably should have gone for the other one. I should have let off the fight with that. I forgot completely about that. Power nap. I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, we'll just hit him and get it over with. Okay, I misplayed that completely. I should have had the guy in the front there doing the taunt thing. Does he have it? No, wait a minute. Does he have that? Oh, I'm mixing up guys. I'm mixing up guys. He doesn't have the taunt one. The koala bear had that. Excuse me. Alright, so that worked out. But still, they didn't have any trouble at all with that. So, I also noticed they didn't get the last star. But, let's see if they can take some... That's probably too much. What's this? Okay, these guys are all 100th level. And there's no advantage going on here. So, let's try that. Alright, let's go. Okay, same thing here. Now, they didn't have anything... Yeah, if he had a taunt or something like that, that would be useful. We'll just do this. The damage to start with. And the same thing here. Oh, you get strong damage against them. Okay. And they are once again immune to stun. I need to keep that in mind. Oh, that's not good. Ouch. Okay, missing is good. Missing. Okay, he did miss him. Ouch. Let's think. We want to finish somebody off here. Very heavy special damage. Take him out. Okay, he's on fire. So I'm thinking that a shield would be very useful for him. Call of the Force Wild. Okay, here we go. Massive nature damage to all enemies. Removes all negative status effects. Was that for the team? Good, because somebody's on fire. Calling his little friends to help. Boom. Okay, that was, that's pretty easy. That's pretty easy there. I think that, I guess in order to challenge these guys, we need to have waves. So, what about this one? Let's see, wait a minute. What about that one? That's 2 stars. We just did that. I want to see about waves. Yeah, that one's got waves. Woo, that's, wow. Yeah, let's do that, even though that's really not going to work out very well. Alright, let's go. That's really, really not going to work well. We may get the first round down just because they get lots of this stuff going here. Okay, you missed him. Okay, look out. Accuracy! Only useful for 1/3 of your team. Stunning tempo? Oh, he dazed us. Okay. Alright, can you hit one of these guys really hard? Special damage. Activate cooldowns. Why not? Could you speed it up a little? Oh, you missed him. Lovely! Did he miss him, or did he resist it? There's a good question. Because, I mean, we've been able to do that to Temerians in the past. You know, we've been able to You know, because that's something that one Temerian can do to another Temerian is reset their cooldowns. But in that case, did he resist it? I'm going to have to test that in the next round. Hopefully we get an opportunity to do that. Alright, gun shell. Probably good for the long term, but I really need to get rid of these two guys. Time machine. Okay. Oh, yeah, I made them youngsters. Alright, gotcha. Okay, we were dazed already. That was a waste of time. Can you kill one of these guys? Forest flowers heals. Oh, it heals all. Not yet. We'll save that one. Hit him. Because I really want to get rid of those guys. Alright, power nap, not my job. Yeah, if I can get rid of one, that's a win, you know? Oh, that's power nap required. Very much so. Yeah. None of that's not gonna work. I'd really like to get rid of that one, but I'm going to hit him in the front to make him susceptible to water attacks. I really need you to finish off this guy in the bottom, by any means necessary. Heavy damage. Gains regeneration. Okay, that could be useful. He's not damaged at the moment, but... Okay, did he have a shield on? Because this should have killed him. Ah. This is a pain. I should know better than not to fight Temerians. Ugh. Can you please... Okay, power nap. Just... I want one dead. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I know you're dazed, but I really want one... Okay, can you stop doing that to him, please? He's gonna have to do power nap. Actually, I don't think he can do anything else next round. Alright, this, and the guy in the front should get a lot of damage. And you missed the other two guys. What the... Ouch. They're just gonna keep us dazed, aren't they? We're already little. Well, I'm guessing he's going to charge. Because I have to have him do power nap, because he's got to last for another fight, doesn't he? And loses all negative effects. Okay. Okay, a little bit quicker would be better. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was a great skill. What's going on? Did he break the game? I think he broke the game. Something broke the game. It's not doing anything. I'm tapping the screen. Okay, this fight was probably a mistake in the first place, but, it does seem that as if Big Rahdo has broken the game. Yeah, it does seem that way. I don't know what else could be the problem, but it does appear that he's broken the game. I wonder how he managed that. He purged negative effects on himself. I have no idea. Anyway, I think that's probably where we should end that. Maybe we'll try another fight with these guys next time. But at the moment, this is probably a good place to end. So anyway, in this broken world, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.